Today we're going to be talking all about power. Yeah folks, so if you follow the channel for any length of time, it may seem like I shoot a lot of film. Well, that's because I shoot a lot of film, but I actually shoot as much digital as I do film photography. So with that comes a need for a lot of batteries. Weirdly enough, I shoot primarily 3 digital cameras: a Canon 5D Mark III, a Sony A7R Mark I, and a Sony A7R Mark III. Unfortunately, like I said, they all use a different battery. Now normally I don't have all those cameras on me at once, but usually I have at least 2, and if I'm filming, usually I film on my A7R Mark I. Sometimes I do carry 3 of those cameras with me, so that means carrying 3 different chargers. Now the Sonys I can charge with a regular cable directly into the camera, but that throws me only charging 1 battery at a time, and you can't even do that with the Canon, so I can only charge 1 battery at a time there, but I have to use the charger regardless. So as often happens, a company reached out to me called XTAR, XTAR, and told me that they're getting ready to release this new charging hub, kind of an all-in-one kind of thing, that will let me charge all my batteries more or less with 1 charger. So yeah, I'm like, okay, send it to me. So they did send it to me, and that's what this is, and that is what we're going to be talking about today. Real simple concept, guys. It's going to be replacing all of my other chargers with 1. As per usual, I am naturally skeptical of these kind of things, so I've been working with this. I don't know, I think I got it last week sometimes. Yeah, it's worked pretty well so far, so let's get down to it. I'm going to show you everything about the XTAR SN4 and then give you my thoughts on it. So I was impressed quite literally right out of the gate with the XTAR system. It came in weirdly high quality carrying case. Really like that. I really wasn't expecting it. The charger itself, ta-da, that's all there is to it. Now like I said, I shoot Canon and Sony, and my 2 Sonys use 2 different kinds of batteries, so XTAR was good enough to send me a little modular charger attachment for all of my batteries. Again, what you see here will charge my Canon, my Sony A7R, and then my Sony A7R Mark III. All self-contained there. Compare that to my other chargers and their cables. That's normally what I would have to charge these 3 types of batteries on a good day. Not too bad. Like I said, I can charge the battery inside the Sony if I want to, but definitely not the Canon. Now a few specs, I weighed these up. All of my regular chargers, that if I take the batteries off, all my regular chargers here, they weigh 12.6 ounces, so just about 3/4 of a pound. The XTAR SN4, get him back in here, all this stuff weighs about 9.7 ounces. Now form factor, there's not a lot of difference in there, especially if you're carrying the case. Like all of my other chargers could fit into this case easily. But the thing is, with those chargers, except for the A7R Mark I charger, I can only charge 1 battery at a time. With the SN4, I can charge 2 Sonys at a time, actually 4 Sonys at a time, 2 different versions of the Sony batteries. But with the Canon, I can only charge 1 at a time, unless I had the other attachment, which then I could charge 2, and that's what we're going to be talking about now. Exactly how does this bastard work? The main component is going to be the actual charging hub. I guess you could call it a base, or the central hub here. And then you have these little modular components. I think XTAR, according to their site, or their pre-release site at least, you can charge 7 different types of batteries with the SN4 system. So you have a modular capacity to where you just get the actual little adapters that you need, and then they all attach to the hub like so. Take that guard off, and there's a little switch, little slide switch on each side of the hub, and that's how you attach and detach your batteries. Very nifty system, I have to say. Overall, build quality, of course it's all made out of plastic, but it doesn't feel like a cheap plastic at all. Definitely not a cheap plastic. The actual charging, I guess the power, which actually plugs into the wall and runs off a USB-C cable. It's white. I'm not exactly sure why it's white when everything else is black, but whatever. This feels extremely heavy. It's a 3 amp output, and it doesn't feel cheap in the slightest. That folds in, so it's kind of a slick form factor, especially in the case, and if you're not carrying it in the case, that comes in handy. So you plug this into the wall, plug the cable into the power, plug the cable into the hub, and then choose your relative battery attachments. And talking a little bit more about the hub, when this is plugged in, depending on which ports you actually have attached to the hub, these are extremely bright LCD monitors. They have a little pulsating action. And of course, whichever one is plugged, whichever hub is hooked up and whichever hub has a battery in it, that's going to correspond to the little output light there and the status lights. Now I mentioned that's a 3 amp charger. To get a little technical here, they say that you can charge all of this more or less with a fast charger. I think it's a 45 volt or something, whatever fast charging is. This is compatible with fast charging. And when I was charging all the different batteries, testing it out, most of the time I had this under full load, meaning I either had a Canon and 2 Sonys on there or 2 Sonys on each end, so 4 Sonys. And I charged all my batteries. It was averaging about 1.5 to 2 hours, which was wild to me. Now something else that's definitely worth mentioning here, the majority of modern devices, not all, but a lot of them move in this direction, they use USB-C outputs. So this little guy right here. My cell phone uses this, my Sony a7R uses this, and thankfully the SN4 uses that as well. So not only does this kind of condense all my chargers, I can use it with all the multitude of USB-C cables that I've already got in my bag. So yeah folks, I'm not going to lie to you, you really never know what you're going to get with these kind of cold call reviews. Like I said, XTAR reached out to me, asked if could they send me this, and like I said, in that kind of situation, sometimes it's utter crap and then sometimes it's really good. And I'm happy to say, at least it seems so far, the SN4 is the latter. I really like the modular system. I think that's probably where a lot of the stuff is headed as far as photography is going. That's the charger, more or less, and then you just pick and choose which one of these little battery adapters you want to stick on there, and that way you can charge literally every camera battery that you have. They're compatible, I think 7 they said, so Sony, Canon, Nikon. I know for sure they have an adapter for the Canon EOS R and the Nikon Z systems that have came out. So virtually every modern digital camera, mirrorless or DSLR, I think you're going to be able to use the SN4 charger system with it. Now I mentioned their Kickstarter. I don't know a lot about how they're going to handle this, to be honest with you. I got an email last night saying that they're hoping to make the actual announcement for this. I hope I'm allowed to say this, but anyway, the announcement XTAR is coming out with, I think, this Monday, June 7th. I know they have an early bird special going on. As far as prices for the individual components, I'm not entirely sure, but the early bird special, however it's going to be, I'll post the links if I have them at the time this video goes up, is $39 for the system, whatever that entails. Sorry folks, I wish I had more information on that. So that's according to their website, that's 40% off what the regular MSRP is going to be. So $39, 40% off. I'm thinking this thing is going to sell somewhere in the area of under $70, $60, $70, somewhere around in there. Like I said, I'm not sure what that's going to be actually including. Is it just the charger and then you buy the attachments? I don't know, but hopefully I will by the time this video goes live. Would this be something that I would use regularly? Absolutely. If it keeps working the way it's worked now, it is as advertised. Quality seems good. It replaces all those chargers. If I'm carrying everything at once, it shaves off a few ounces. If I'm not actually carrying everything at once, I can actually charge more batteries with it than I could with my regular charger anyway. So it's kind of a win-win. And not only that, if the type of person to want to do it, the case, which is again very nice by the way. Has these little compartments. I think I could probably fit every camera battery that I have in here, plus I have a little battery bank that I run my fans and stuff on when I'm on the road. That would fit in there as well. Like I said, I don't know if you want to put all your eggs in one basket, but just so you know, I think a lot of batteries would fit in there. You'll have everything in one place. So final verdict on the SN4 from XTAR. I like it, guys. Like I said, it's one of those things that I said you never really know about, but in this case turned out to be pretty good. And as always, folks, check out Camera Jockey Clothiers. I'm trying to get rid of the ads and really the affiliate links from my channel. I don't like having my videos interrupted any more than you do. Check out that store. A lot of t-shirts, a lot of stuff for photographers, stickers, mugs, even fanny packs. And you're not really just supporting the channel, you're supporting me, and I really do appreciate it. So until next time, folks, I am Adam Welch. Thanks a lot for being here, and you know I can't end these videos.